thing. I won't take time to read the whole thing again because I'm on a clock budget here today with you. But I promise you, read the whole thing. Well, he did one thing. Okay, I don't want to overstate it. He did one thing. John did one thing. Verse 4. Peter looked straight at him, as did John. This guy, the only part that he had in the passage that I can see is to look at the man who's asking for the money. He didn't say, oh, Peter, don't worry about it. You left your wallet back at I got my wallet here. No, he didn't grab the left hand while Peter grabbed the right hand. No, he didn't look at Peter and say, you can do it, Peter. It's just like you saw Jesus do with the blind eyes and one with the issue of blood. No encouragement, no nothing, just looked at the man that Peter looked at. But I wonder if it was John's perspective that Peter needed that was different than his, that enabled him to be in position to experience God's power. So, you might be surprised, somebody say it out loud, you might be surprised who God uses in your life. God has done some of the biggest things in my life through people I didn't like. No, I won't give you a list. I'm not going to name names. But some of the biggest things God did in my life, he did through people I didn't even really enjoy hanging out with. And the problem with us is, God wants to bring somebody into our life. But if they don't exactly match the specifications of the friends that we think we want, or of the people that we think, usually the people that we think we need God to send are the people who already think what we think. So why would God send something that we already have plenty of? Peter and John. I was surprised they were still hanging out because they were so competitive. They have a history, Peter and John. They were partners in a fishing business, and they became fishers of men with Jesus. And they had some adventures together. They had history together. Peter and John not only ran to the tomb together, and check this out, how different their perspectives are, and how God can give you a person that has a different perspective than you in order to help you see something that you would have been tempted maybe to just you would have completely missed it. When they got to the tomb and it was empty, they were surprised. Why were they surprised? Jesus spent, well, I guess a dead man rising from the grave is surprising. But after all they've seen him do, I know it's kind of obvious, but this is exactly what he said he would do. So when the stone was rolled away, when they got there on Sunday, they were shocked by it. When the women came back, because the women had the ability to believe something that the men couldn't believe, and I don't know if that says anything about how God uses sometimes, people, whatever, but the men were like the official disciples, but the women were the ones who went to the tomb.